Headshot. How's it going, noobs and hacksaws? This is Dan, aka Mr. Astronautical, here to bring you the best 3DS games of all time. This is going to be a series I'm doing on my channel. This is only part 1 in the series, so it does not have all the best games. But in order to keep the video shorter, I'm going to give you a few here and a few there. So keep checking back, check the link in the description. The second video might be up by the time you're seeing this. Hope you enjoy, subscribe and like, and rate. Bye-bye. Resident Evil Revelations launched as a 3DS exclusive in 2012 before releasing on the home consoles Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Revelations is a bit faster paced than early Resident Evil games, but the formula works well for Nintendo's on-the-go handheld. Few other games feel as much like a home console experience as much as Revelations does on the 3DS. In contrast to its predecessor, Resident Evil Mercenaries, that was criticized for feeling incomplete, Revelations is a fully fleshed out experience by Japanese game developer Capcom. Revelations was one of the first games I purchased for the 3DS and gave me hope for the future of the system amidst the lack of quality games surrounding the console's launch year. The game should be applauded for its high-caliber production values, including exceptional 3D graphics and unique and engaging environments, full cutscenes, and a beautifully orchestrated soundtrack complete with voice acting. The hybrid survival horror arcade gameplay mechanics and dazzling graphics more than accommodate for a somewhat convoluted storyline. Both multiplayer and single-player feature a moderate amount of weapon customization and a variety of characters and costumes to choose from. Each character has a unique ability, such as faster reload times or increased damage for physical attacks. During the single-player campaign, you switch between different parties of characters to watch the story unfold from fresh perspectives and locations. All of this is complemented with a great online cooperative mode that kept me coming back for more and more. Next up is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, a game that when it was announced left me giddy with anticipation. I have been a huge Zelda fan since I picked up Link's Awakening for Game Boy in the 90s. I love the console versions like Ocarina of Time, but I have always been geared towards the handheld iterations like Oracle of Ages and Seasons, the Minish Cap, Four Swords, and Phantom Hourglass. So when Nintendo announced ALBW, I nearly soiled my trousers and spilled Mountain Dew on my laptop. Nerd alert! Nerd alert! Nerd alert! The game is set in the same land from A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo, so I was familiar with the map already, but A Link Between Worlds brought the addition of the Dark World, Lorule, and Princess Hilda to spice things up. Instead of going from dungeon to dungeon in a fixed order and using the items to access new portions of the map, the player gets to decide the order of which items they want to pick up and what dungeons they want to crawl through first. This option gives the players a certain freedom that we haven't seen in prior handheld Zelda titles. A Link Between Worlds features candy-coated graphics and eye-popping visuals designed with the true Nintendo seal of quality. Players solve puzzles by turning Link into a painting and warping through cracks in the wall that move between Lorule and Hyrule. This new gameplay mechanic really makes you think about space in a three-dimensional aspect, but none of the puzzles will leave you stumped if you have an ounce of patience. Each temple features a typical theme such as ice or fire, and have bosses which can often be defeated rather easily, especially if you pick up all the weapons early on. While you can carry 9,999 rupees in Link's wallet, there is not a big selection of items to buy after acquiring all the weapons, and after you beat the game there isn't much reason to go back unless you want to play through hero mode. I would like to see more things you can buy for Link, such as different tunics or some way to customize the experience. Imagine being able to design your outfit like you can in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I just have a pet peeve for having a virtual wallet and having no way to burn a hole in my pocket. I also would like to see more side quests. In A Link Between Worlds, you collect these octopus snail-looking creatures called Mai-Mais that you are rewarded with weapon upgrades for. This is a step in the right direction, but I would like to see even more customization in the series to add replay value. All in all, A Link Between Worlds is a classic game, with its biggest drawback being that it's a little too short. Next up is a kart racing game that has simultaneously brought families together and tore them apart with spiny blue shells and lightning bolts for over 2 decades. A game that has turned lovers into fighters and fighters back into lovers. And if you guessed Monopoly, you're dead wrong. It's actually Mario Kart 7. The Mario Kart series got its launch in Japan back in August 1992 with the Super Famicom version, which went on to sell over 9 million copies globally. I was not privileged to own a Super Nintendo as a child, so I never got to experience it in its glory days. My family played our old NES from the late 80s until the Nintendo 64 came out, and what a mind-blowing transition that was. Polygons? What? I exclaimed. But that Christmas day that my brother and I got an N64, I discovered the soaring highs and crushing lows of the ultimate kart racing experience that was Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 became a staple of any sleepover along with GoldenEye, and I went on to play every Mario Kart game that came after that, from Super Circuit and Double Dash to Mario Kart Wii and the recent Mario Kart 8 for Wii U. All of them are top-shelf racing games that provide endless hours of entertainment and multiplayer mayhem. In this way, Mario Kart 7 is no different, only it has some nice improvements. The 3DS iteration features 8-player online racing, battles, and coin runners, customizable karts, a slew of quirky characters, and a bevy of retro and modern tracks to appeal to longtime fans and newcomers alike. Street Pass functionality allows players to exchange racer data, including personalized Miis, a message, ghost data for time trials, and a customized 4-track tournament. You can race Street Pass Miis and time trials with an option for 7 ghosts at a time, or race Street Pass Miis within Grand Prix mode. It's a strange feeling being able to see a friend's Mii racing against you with the other characters, even when you are in single-player mode. It always makes me wonder what that person is actually doing in real life. But who needs the real world when you have Mario Kart? Unlike Mario Kart DS, there is no snaking in Mario Kart 7. The online mode is a lot of fun, and ever since the game came out in 2011, I've had no trouble finding racing partners. My one complaint about the game is that it can sometimes feel too slow. The game runs a solid 30 frames per second, but after you get good at 150cc in mirror mode, everything else seems like child's play. Actually, I lied. I do have one more complaint. Blue shells. It seems whenever I play single-player Grand Prix mode, I will take the lead early on and hold the lead until the 3rd lap. Usually around the middle or end of the 3rd lap, a blue shell will hit me and either cause me to drop a few places from first, or I'll be able to narrowly recover with just enough time to finish in first. I wish there was a mode that was even faster than 150cc, perhaps 300cc, and I would also like the option to boost the difficulty of computer players, so we don't need to rely on blue shells to even the race out. All those minor complaints aside though, Mario Kart 7 is one of the best games in the Mario Kart series and is a must-own for every 3DS owner.